it's me, and today I'm here to talk about the movies I watched in December. Also, I got a new phone, and I film on my phone, so if the quality is different, that's why. I feel like it's better. I don't know. You tell me what you think of it. But I didn't watch a whole lot of movies in December. I was planning to do like a big binge of Christmas movies like I did in October with like Halloweeny movies, but that didn't happen because December was just a really busy month and I just didn't have the time to watch movies, and I also just didn't feel like it. So yeah, I'm not forcing myself to do anything, but I did watch a couple of Christmas movies. Almost all the movies except one that I watched this month were 2020 releases. So that's fun. And yeah, let's just begin. So the first movie I saw in December is Dolly Parton's Christmas on the Square, which came out in 2020, and I give 2 out of 5 stars to. An embedded Scrooge of a woman plans to sell her small town regardless of the consequences to the people who live there. I didn't like this movie. I feel so bad saying that, but I watched this together with my mom, and we both weren't really the biggest fan of it. I think what just happened is there were too many songs, and all of the songs just sounded so much alike. It just got very repetitive and boring, and I don't know. Also, I thought I wasn't the biggest fan of the plot. I feel like, I don't know, it was weak. It was a weak plot. I feel like they had like all of these songs written, and then we're just like, oh yeah, we need to invent a plot around this. Let's try to do that. They didn't really do that well. And also, I just didn't really feel an attachment to any of the characters in this movie either. The only good thing I have to say about this movie is that Dolly Parton steals every scene that she's in. That's the only thing I love about this movie though. So yeah. Then the next thing I watch is the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special, which came out in 2020, and I give 2 out of 5 stars to. Rey leaves her friends to prepare for Life Day as she sets off on an adventure to gain a deeper knowledge of the Force. At a mysterious temple, she's hurled into a cross-timeline adventure. Will she make it back in time for Life Day? I quite enjoy this. I'm not caught up on anything Star Wars. If you just look at the movies, I'm a movie behind. And then this also made a lot of references, so it's like TV show things. I haven't watched anything. So I missed quite a lot of like references and jokes. But eventually I didn't really take away from my enjoyment that much because it's just a cute, fun Christmas special. And I really like how it was done with like the Lego, and I had fun watching it. And yeah, it's a 3-star for me because it's just like mediocre. I don't have a whole lot to say about it. I had fun watching it, but it's not like a great thing or like a new favorite. It's just a fun thing to like just like put on. You're a Star Wars fan. Next we have Taylor Swift Folklore, the Lawn Pond Studio Sessions, which came out in 2020. I didn't wait. In Folklore, the Lawn Pond Studio Sessions, Taylor Swift performs each song in order of her album Folklore and reveals the stories and secrets behind all 17 songs. Okay, so here's the thing. This is technically a lie. I watched this in November. I watched this the day it came out. But for some reason, I forgot to... I have multiple places where I keep track of movies, and in none of them I kept track of this movie for November. So I just squeezed it into December, and here we are. I did really enjoy this. The Lawn Pond Studio Sessions really made me like appreciate some of the other songs that I hadn't before. Just like grow a new attachment to the song, you know? And I really liked hearing like the stories behind everything and how things were written and why, and what Taylor Swift's like thought process behind things were. And I really liked it, and I hope she does something similar forevermore because I just want it. Then the next movie I watched in the month of December is Jingle, Jangle, A Christmas Journey, which came out in 2020, and I gave 4.5 out of 5 stars to. An imaginary world comes to life in a holiday tale of an eccentric toy maker, his adventurous granddaughter, and a magical invention that has the power to change their lives forever. I really loved this movie. It isn't a full 5-star because I wasn't as sucked into it as I would have liked to, but still highly recommend this movie, and it's gonna be like one I'm gonna put on Christmas rotation that I will watch frequently because it's great. I really like the music in this. I liked like the steampunk vibes of it, but like still being very colorful. I like that because I feel like a lot of steampunk I see is like very like brown and dark. And, you know, so I like that this was more colorful and fun. And I really like the storyline as well. It's a little bit cliched, but like it was so much just fun to follow, and I just really enjoyed it. And also on top of that, the thing I really loved is that kind of the magic in this world is based on like math type things, and I really enjoyed the combination of those things. It's very hard to explain, like you have to like see it yourself in the movie, but I really liked how that worked together, and I just I experienced a lot of joy while watching this movie, which was needed as December was very stressful for me. I'm going through these movies quickly. I'm sorry, I just don't have a whole lot to say about them, even if I love Jingle Jangle. The next movie I watched in the month of December is Excuse Me, I Love You, which came out in 2020. I didn't give a rating to. Ariana Grande takes the stage in London for a Sweet and World tour and shares a behind-the-scenes look at her life in rehearsal and on the road. I, again, really enjoyed this. I love Ariana Grande. And then I would have preferred, though, I feel like the little behind-the-scenes moments were just like squeezed in, whatever, and that kind of felt a little bit jarring, I guess. But also at the same time, some of my favorite moments from this movie were from the behind-the-scenes parts. So I don't really know how to fix this, like make two separate things. Like I haven't seen Shawn Mendes' documentary, but didn't he like do the separate thing where it's like a behind-the-scenes documentary and then his concert just like recorded? That would have been great for this as well. Because I feel like the behind the scene footage was just like randomly inserted and just like didn't really flow well with the rest. But for the rest, I just had a great time watching this. And I can't lie that I cried, I laughed, and I don't know, I really enjoyed this. So then the last movie I watched in the month of December, which is the last movie I watch every single year, that's the Muppet Christmas Carol, which came out in 1992, and I give 5 out of 5 stars to it. It's a rewatch, obviously. The Muppet characters tell a version of the classic tale of an old and bitter miser's redemption on Christmas Eve. So I watched this right after finishing the book, which was also a reread for me. That is the first time I've done that, and I just realized how accurate this movie is. You wouldn't expect it from the Muppets, but they're very, very accurate. And then also, the other day I found a YouTube video. I've been really loving like videos which fashion historians are talking about like accurate costuming in movies and TV shows, and I found one for the Muppet Christmas Carol, and apparently it's so fucking accurate. So props to the Muppets. I knew I had a reason to love this movie. This is generally like my favorite movie of all time. I watch it every single year without a fail. I love it so much. I really love the story of A Christmas Carol. I feel like this is the best adaptation of it, not just because it's like super accurate, but also just because it keeps, I feel like a lot of movies either go like too light or too dark. This one just keeps the balance perfectly, and then the songs work in it like so well, and I love the inclusion of like the Muppet characters. I feel like every like Muppet is casted perfectly into like their role, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense, but I really loved it. And honestly, Gonzo's and Rizzo's like narration throughout this movie is just like top notch. Like, I don't know what else to say. I know I went through these movies pretty quickly, but I don't know, I just didn't have a whole lot to say about them. My mind is filled with stuff for exams, not this. So I'm sorry for that. But I hope you still really enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you're watching any movies, what you thought of them, as well as some of the movies you saw in December, and I guess. See you guys next time. Good.